Hey everybody, it's Daren Baker of dbaker Designs. We're on day 3 of the Playhouse, the Kellogg Playhouse build. So kind of let me show you where we're at. Not too terribly exciting at the moment, but it gives the idea of kind of some of the steps that are going on. So you might have seen in some of the photos that we've been posting or that we will be posting of the framework, the floor framework. So let me turn this camera around here and show you what we've done there. And then I'll show you some of the other little separate builds that we've done and some of the progress that we're making, okay? So first and foremost, here's the floor. Now, this is actually the underside of the floor. I didn't want to leave the exposed framework so kids can get up in there, maybe get a splinter or anything like that. Instead, I just put a 1/4-inch plywood down there, attached it with some screws, and then I put a finish coat on it. Just leaving it natural and kind of woodsy. The reason I put the finish coat on it, maybe that little extra step that might be necessary, might not, but I wanted to put that on there because I want it to be able to be wiped off. Kids are going to have crayons, they're going to draw on it and stuff like that. You want to be able to wipe that off, plus disinfect it as well. This way it'll take all that stuff, okay? You can look here at these bolts, right? Now those are going to be attached to the porch. Now I need to do this in sections that will fit through a standard size door, so all of this has to be broken back down, so that's why I'm doing it in certain steps. You see a hole there, that's for a post, that's for the barrel once we flip it around. Back there, that's for the brick or the stone piece, and then right there is where the tree is going to be. So standing up amongst all my other junk over here, giant mushrooms and hearts and sawhorses, that is the base frame for what the tree is going to be. Now let me show you something. This is kind of important. If you look right here, you can see that that's beveled, and that right there is beveled, and then also down low. That's actually what's going to attach it to the wall and into the corner, right here and right here and right here. I'm hoping that the wall is relatively close to square. Even if it's not, it should still work. I also took the edge off this back corner. Okay, because if they mud the walls before we install this, it's going to have a rounded corner, and then obviously a perfectly square thing won't fit in there. So what's going to happen here is there's another piece that looks just like this that's going to go in here that's attached to the wall already, right? So I'll lift the tree up and set it down, and then it just wedges in there in 3 different spots, 3 different contact spots. So that kind of gives you an idea of what's going on there. Over here, I'll show you the post for under the stair. That's this guy right here. I just took some 2x5s and put them all together. And then what I did is I came back and I also just carved it out with a little scoop chisel to kind of give it a rustic, roughed up look. Came back, stained it with some poly stain. And that's it, really. I'm just gonna kind of leave this the way it is, slightly rough and rustic. I might come back with just a fine finish sanding, like a 200. And then maybe do one more finish coat on it, okay? Now over here, we have the barrel. And what I did with the barrel is I cut a square hole in the top. So these 2 2x4s can fit through. This is going to be what goes into that hole right there. And then it'll rest right on top of the barrel. And then on the underside, just to level things out, there is a round piece that I cut and then I attached to the underside of the post. I don't know if you got a good enough look at that. And then right here, we have the start of the stone column. Okay, so this is just that Pink Panther foam. I used Gorilla Glue because it expands and it fills the little gaps on the corners and stuff like that. And just to hold it in place while I was moving it around, I shot little brad nails in there just to hold it. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to come back with my Dremel and I'm going to rough all this up, make it look stone-like, and then I'll come over that with a little bit of filler, and then truck bed liner to harden it up, and then if I have to resin it, I'll do that. So several little steps there to make that, but it all goes really, really fast. So you just kind of brush all those things on and let them do their job. So that's the next step, is to finish this guy. And then we'll also flip him over and start working on the top part of the floor and then the porch as well. I want to get the whole floor surface sorted out today and make that happen today. All right? So there we go. We look forward to seeing you again soon. Stay posted. I got several more of these videos kind of showing the whole process. It's going to be a lot of fun when we're done, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hang tight.